So, Hollywood writers are on strike, huh? They're not working on their series. Shit. We here on Word Dogs haven't been working on our series for like 2 months or some shit. Yeah, sorry about that. We're completely swamped with other shit and we're waiting for some of the actors to get their lines in. And hey, what do you know? I'm not one of them, huh? Anyway, so these assholes don't want to write anymore unless they get the percentage of DVD sales and internet revenue. Sounds fair, huh? Well, you know what we say? Fuck 'em. They're whining that they're not making enough, that little bit of revenue can really help them out. Well, you know what? We don't get paid shit on their series. So don't they say shit about doing what you love and not getting paid enough for it. If you're doing this because you love doing what you do, fuck the money, right? Stop your bitching. Yeah, tell you what. Go take a look here on YouTube. Look at how many writers, independent filmmakers, and comedians are out there doing this because they love doing it and not getting paid a dime. And what about you, Writers Guild fucks? How much are you making? Let's see. Yeah, this is from the official Writers Guild of America website. This is their schedule of minimums. Let's see here. Well, what is your minimum salary, huh? For a motion picture. This is a movie for you fucktards out there. An original screenplay along with a treatment. That's a short 3 to 5 page description of the movie. You fetch a minimum of $53,000. Minimum. So let's move down to some of the shittiest pay down here. Say you write a first draft screenplay with or without an option for a final draft. You're looking at almost $21,000. A rewrite of a screenplay, over $17,000. And if you ask to just polish up a screenplay, over $8,000. But what about those sad television writers? They have to work all the time and don't get anything. Yeah, well, check out this shit, you fucking dipshit. If you get credit for coming up with a story for a 30-minute or less show, you get $6,682 minimum. If you write a teleplay of 30 minutes or less, $14,000. Story and teleplay, $20,000 for one fucking episode, man. Yeah, these guys are really sucking monkey balls for milk money, aren't they, huh? However can these guys afford to live? Yeah, granted it's California, a state where they don't understand the concept of taxing yourself into oblivion. A state that elected a man married to a Kennedy who ran as a Republican. A Republican Kennedy. Finding one of those is about as likely as finding a sober one. Yeah, California is expensive as fuck to live in, but the holy motherfucking goat ass, man. $20,000 for a story and a teleplay of one 30-minute show? And there's at least 20 episodes a season. That's like 2 plus 2 times carry the 1, let me see, over the 5 minus the negative reciprocal of the denominator. Let me see here. That shit's a shit a load of money, okay, people? Even in California, and these figures, these are minimums. Of course, this shit goes up if you start winning awards like Emmys and shit. And if you're in the WGA, your salary won't dip down below these numbers, even if you suck. But apparently, this still isn't enough. They want DVD revenues. Well, shit, not even that. They backed out of that, and now they just want internet revenues. Fucking internet revenues. Fuck you. You know why they backed out on DVD? Because they already had it. Don't believe me? Check this out. Again with the WGA website. Credited writers receive $5,000 within 30 days after final determination for credits. They get another $5,000 minimum if it goes to DVD. And you can bet your asses guys like David Mamet or Mamet, and Oscar-winning writers don't get the minimums. And they get back end points, percentages, and shit. Probably even gross. So these little writers you've never heard of should get more money, huh? From DVD sales and shit? Sure. I think you should. As soon as you start writing better shit, yeah, fucktard, go win yourself an Oscar. Or maybe get your network out to 5th place, and maybe you'll deserve a pay raise. You shouldn't get $5,000 because you wrote a fucking movie that's going to gross $100,000. Let the guy who put the $15,000 to $50,000 into advertising, marketing, and all sorts of other shit to make the good chunk of fucking change. It makes him more likely to hire you again to make another one of your shitty movies. You sat down and wrote some bullshit on your computer in a couple days, and now you want $5,000 for that piece of shit? Fuck you, man. You sit there and say these writers deserve more money? Oh, yeah? Sure, maybe guys like CSI deserve money. Money they're getting paid, man. That's what happens when you got the top 10 show. But you think the guys who wrote Spider-Man 3 deserve $50,000 for that piece of shit? What about Ratatouille? How about the guy who decided to say Superman stood for truth, justice, and all that other stuff, huh? Or maybe the guy decided to change G.I. Joe from an American hero to a global intelligence joint orgy enema or something or other. Fuck no. They deserve a medal. Yeah, medal. A big piece of radioactive metal. Shoved right up their asses until it burns a hole through their fucking stomach into their chest cavity until the lobster bisque that they had the night before begins to boil and seep out their fucking mouths like a $2 whore that spent the night with Charlie Sheen and Hugh Grant. Oh, and here's another thing. Seth MacFarlane, the Family Guy. Yeah, I saw this thing on the internet where he was outside Fox speaking, right? He's sitting there whining about how the fucking execs fired all of the assistants on Family Guy. Well, no shit, you dumb motherfucker. Of course they're gonna fire them. What the fuck are they supposed to do? Let the fucking assistants sit around drinking coffee, eating donuts, and smoking cigarettes? Oh, wait, it's California. Out there, you're more of a vile plague of humanity if you smoked than if you were a cannibalistic, child-molesting serial rapist. Yeah, they acquit those motherfuckers. But light up a cigarette in public and they'll fucking throw your naked ass in jail smothered in chocolate syrup into a pit with a starving daytime talk show host who hasn't had so much as a fucking cracker from a generic Lunchable for 8 days, like Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah, write that shit, you motherfucking assholes. But yeah, of course they're going to fire the assistants. They're not working. They can't work. Why? Because you motherfuckers are on strike. Not giving them anything to fucking do. But it's the fucking exec's fault. What? They're supposed to just sit there and keep their paying these guys to do nothing? Because $20,000 an episode isn't enough for you? Fuck you. Fuck you in the ass with a 3-button wireless optical mouse, man. Yeah, that's the worst at the wired mouse because it's harder to get out. And people will laugh at you and call you Rudolph the red-assed mouse fucker. That's a little Christmas humor for you Christians out there. Yeah, if you got a business and it's based on, say, people who paint widgets, and those people who paint those widgets refuse to work, and you can't make the widgets anymore. So what are you going to do with the people who box the widgets, huh? Keep paying them? They have no widgets to box. Yeah, pretty simple to understand when you're not trying to defend your greed, huh? Well, I don't know about you, but I certainly don't think the motherfuckers who wrote the 36 failed TV series last year should be getting $20,000 an episode, do you? I'd be more than happy making $2,000 to $4,000 a week writing a 15-minute or less episode, which is what the writers of War Dogs would get if they were picked up on Adult Swim. Not bad, huh? Sure, if we only made the 12 episodes a year, we'd only be making about the $24,000 to $48,000 a year. But shit, not bad for some smucks who got bored and started playing with their Legos, huh? And I'll bet my sweet ass we're not going to be bitching and whining that the company that gave us this opportunity is making millions off of us and we're only making about 50 grand. You bitch about how companies aren't loyal to their employees anymore. Well, why the fuck aren't you loyal to your company anymore? Yeah, bitching about your health plan and your low salary. You know, whatever it is that they're paying you, they're actually paying twice that to have you on board because of benefits and taxes and training and all that other shit. Yeah, look it up. It's a fact. There goes our chance of ever getting into a guild or union of any kind. But you know what? We don't give a fuck. Fuck you unions. Yeah, that's right. Fuck you. We're tired of your strong-arm tactics, your greed, and your misinformation. Shit, it's pretty sad that we're reminiscent of the times that you guys were in bed with the mob. Those were the good old days, huh? And Seth MacFarlane, we love Family Guy. We really do. But that comment you made about how writers live in the same kind of houses that your parents lived in, and they were teachers, you know what that says to me? That you feel that someone who writes a sitcom with pop culture references and is listed as #1 violator of FCC regulations should make more than a teacher. Someone who educates your children, our youth, and who gave you the ability to write your fucking creative words, huh? On behalf of teachers everywhere, may I just say, may Brian bend you over and fuck you doggy style with his big red rocket while you cry over your lost royalties.
In support of all you executives and studio execs and Paramount and Universal and all you guys out there, War Dogs is going to be putting an episode out once a week to support your sorry asses because you fucking greedy ass writers are giving you guys shit. And until the fucking strike is over, alright? So we support you fuckers and keep it up and we'll send you fucking Twinkies.
That's right, Dog Files. From now until the end of the Writers Guild strike, we promise you one episode a week until it ends. So stay tuned and stick to your guns. Fuck the writers.
Hey, write some more episodes of Dharma and Greg. That was a fucking gem.